Hello everybody. I had threatened to make a flip video actually of my new bender. I actually started and then said, oh crap, I gotta go get my camera, make a video of me bending aside. So here is the setup. You got two thermocouples, one for the waist blanket only, which is actually not plugged in right now, and then you got one for the full blanket. So let's plug in the waist so we can get moving here. Like I said, it accidentally started without you. Good thing I noticed I had the wrong blanket plugged in though. So, temperature set on 350. We're going to click that right on here and get moving. So LMI says let this get up to 350. I have, like I said, I cheated. I had started and then halfway in I said let me stop and get the camera so I can make a video. So these pieces here are not supposed to be on. LMI suggests you put them on after. I don't see any reason why they can't be on right from the get-go, so I threw them on there. I think that saves a little time. LMI shows how to adjust these things. I don't really get it, but I know in the first video I saw it did give a little spring back here in the as you rolled the roller down, the steel slat was coming back forward this way. So I suppose you're not supposed to make it too tight. I couldn't really figure out what they want you to do with these things, so I have it adjusted to where I think it makes actually I have that one kind of loose. It seems to make sense to me to have it somewhat tight, not too tight, so that it'll roll. I also left these rollers kind of dirty, which is probably a bad idea. But anyway, we're up to 245 on here. Let's bring that down a little bit. And I'll clean my rollers while we bend the waist, eh? These are rubber. They're supposed to probably stick as you roll down. It's not going to stick if it's covered in sawdust from my bench, right? So that's almost all the way home. But again, I had cheated. I had started to bend before, and I realized I needed to go get my camera. Also fired up the Grizzly sander tonight. Got that going. That seemed to work very nicely to thin these sides out really quick for me. A lot easier than trying to do it by hand. And I'm relatively lazy, so I like things that are easy. And I got my Canada shirt on for anyone up in Canada. You know who you are. My Canadian brothers. Okay, that seems pretty good. Not too tight, not too loose. This one seems pretty good as well. We're almost all the way down with this waist, and it's not supposed to be yet, according to LMI, That's it, it's down. So I'm going to shut off the blanket, unplug the thermocouple for that one for the waist, plug in the thermocouple for the full blanket, which registers 225 because it's still reading heat off of the waist blanket. I got to switch the plug in my my full blanket, which is over here. And that's it. And now we make this extra dangerous. Turning on the blanket. Now this is the full blanket that's on. I set up the stack just as LMI recommends. Spring steel, wood, wrapped in foil, and I spritzed it a little bit. Jury's still out on whether or not I need water. Blanket and then slat. So our temperature's already up to 250 on the full blanket. I'm going to start rolling settling down on my back here on the lower back. Give it another little roll. Oh, it's climbing rapidly. Let's finish up the bend then. I don't hear any cracking, very nice. And I don't see any problem bending the waist with these rolly jams in the already hooked up, and plus it saves time. Little sizzling going on there. Well, it appears I'm through the danger zone. And that's it. I don't know what all the fuss is about with bending wood. That didn't seem very difficult, but I'm gonna shut off my blanket. I'm gonna leave the power on just so I can see the temperature as it comes down. And unplug my blanket just to be on the safe side. But that's it. That didn't really take very long. And no, kind of easy actually. Didn't expect it to be so easy. But there you have it, LMI bender. I think Robbie O'Brien's video is longer to actually do this than mine. But I did want to see a real-time thing. Sorry I cheated you guys out of about a minute of doing the waist bend. But that's really about as far as I got before I waited for it to cool back down and then ran in the house to get the camera. Well, there you go. I'm going to let it cool off. I'm not going to cycle it twice. I want to see what happens as far as spring back. And I'll test the next piece by cooking it twice under the heat. And then there we go. Later.